In this slideshow presentation, I will be talking about the pros, cons, as well as my own opinion in the topic of corporation farming. So, before we get into the nitty gritty and all of the other information on corporate farming, we need to define what it actually is. So, by definition, corporate farming is the practice of large scale agricultural farming and may be influenced by larger companies. So, the question that is being addressed is, do people really think about how much farming impacts the amount of food that is available in the world, and also what kinds of food people eat? It may not be a popular topic during everyday conversations, but without it, the food industry would not be able to succeed as it is now. Since farming is so important, there has been a rise in large corporation farming. Ever since corporation farming became a huge part of the food industry, there has been a debate on whether these farming operations are beneficial. Now we are going to talk about the pros to corporation farming. First off, not many people can get an education to get a, quote, great job with employee benefits. Although, for those that grew up around the farming industry, they can get benefits if working with a large corporation farm. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, only about 75% of people get benefits for work, so being able to access benefits as a farmer is a win. While small family farms may seem like they are everywhere, according to the USDA, they only produce around 20% of food sold in the U.S. Large corporations, on the other hand, come in small numbers but account for almost 50% of all food production. Another opportunity that large farms grant its workers is the freedom to invest. A study done in Kenya created a survey about small, medium, and large-sized farms. Those that are educated enough to control their own land and have money through large jobs and off-farm jobs are able to invest in their own land in order to teach their children about the life of farming. Now that we are done with the pro section, we will move on to the cons of corporation farming. To start off, it is argued that large corporations kill jobs. The argument for this is because corporation farms make so much product at a cheaper and faster rate that the small farmers cannot keep up and therefore lose or sell their land. Another con of corporation farms is an unethical environment. There have been many cases of corporation farms being unethical to both their animals as well as their workers and providing a dirty environment to work. Caging up animals and beating them to get what they want is a key example. The last con that will be discussed is pollution. Pesticides and other chemicals used for crops poisons the soil as well as pollutes the air around. Because large corporations have a lot of money and tons of farmland, the use of pesticides can be very extensive and harmful to the environment. Now we will move on to my position on the topic. On this slide, I have pictures of me with a snake I caught at my house, a deer that I was able to feed apples to in New Mexico, and then a picture of my brother at a local pumpkin patch. So, even though I am a small town country girl at heart, as well as I adore and love animals and the environment, I do support large corporation farms. Not only do they provide enough food for the population, but they keep the prices low as well. The moment food raises in price, people will not be able to pay for basic meals and groceries. Not only that, but there would be less of a supply from small farms. In all, large corporation farming has opened doors for so many people. It has done this by lowering the cost of food for families, providing employee benefits, increasing food production, as well as giving them the freedom to invest. Without corporation farming, there would be less people with jobs, and the cost of food would be higher due to the amount of low production of food from smaller farms. While these large farms might be scary, they are providing an array of opportunities for families around the country. This all proves how crucial farming is, and without the large farms, there would be a lot of downsides for everyone in the United States and even the world. Thank you.